Hey guys, how's it going? My name is MoHD and welcome back to my channel where today, welcome back, you've probably never been on my channel. So welcome to my channel if you've never been to my channel. So yes, let's get on with it. Right, basically today I'm going to show you some ways to create text in Photoshop and other programs like Cinema 4D if you want it, and I'll do other videos for it. But basically today I am doing just Photoshop. This is the kind of text I'm going to be creating. It's a kind of a gradient one, where you've got a line of that, and it's kind of a comic book, kind of a futuristic, very bang in your face kind of thing, with a nice glow, and it's got lots of effects on it, I should say, actually. But let's get on with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a random text. I'm going to change my text color. What should I set it as? That's a nice colour actually. I'm going to set it as that, and then I'm going to go mold HD. So let's drag that across. Then you've got your text. Now what you want to do is, the key thing to this is the layer something, I can't remember what it's called. Layer style, that's it. And you get to this and create all these effects by clicking on, you've just created the mole, or your text layer, which for me is the MoHD. The MoHD, mate, 20,000 subscribers, obviously. But yes, sorry. I'm sorry, forgive me. But basically what you do is double click it, double click your layer, and it brings up the layer style. Ooh, action. We're getting busy with the fizzy. I'm sorry. But yes, now what you want to do is, you've got all these options. What I'm gonna say is to muck around with them, play around with them. That's how I get mine. This wasn't really planned. You just play around with it. You see what looks good, see what looks bad, see what things you like and kind of effect you want to give, and what you want to give to the audience or whatever. I'm speaking like a graphics teacher's like, what does your audience want? I don't know. Who is my audience? I have no audience. I'm sorry. But let's get on. So basically what you want to do is, what I originally, or start off to do, is going through them. So bevel and emboss is either with drawing, if you, oh, you can see it down there. It's either drawing it out kind of thing. So as you see, kind of embosses it, and draws it out, so it looks like it's coming at you. So yes, I was about to sing Cleopatra coming at you, but then I realised I should not. Then contours is giving you that black outline. This text is quite wavy, I've never actually realised that. Then texture is, as you can probably imagine, it's the texture of the shape. But yes, I'm not going to have any of these, I don't tend to use them. But the main one that you want for the outline is the stroke tool. Now, that's the colour it is. That's kind of nice, but I'm just going to, what I often do is I never actually go for the proper matte black. I go for a tinted grey, a kind of greyish colour, because then it's not kind of full on black, and you have that kind of tint to it. See, like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, you can change your opacity actually if you want, but I'm going to keep it like that actually. So now you've done that, the inner shadow, this kind of puts the outline forward and pushes the letters or the characters in. I don't use that either. You can if you want. The inner glow kind of gives you a glow, which I am going to use, so we will click on it, and this is what you do on it. So the opacity is, everybody knows about the opacity. If you don't, basically opacity is the amount you can see it. So 0 opacity is invisible, and then gradually full opacity is its actual full strength of it. So what you want to do is, don't worry about the structure or anything. You can worry about it if you want to do something like that, but cancel. You don't want to. If you just want a glow of it, I would use the default. So, what you do is the choke kind of brings out the volume to it, and then the size. So if you have a low choke, it's kind of a misty, icy feel to it, whereas if you have a full choke, it's very edgy and very precise. I like to have a kind of a mist to it, kind of like that. Not too overpowering. And then what I like to do is go to opacity and blend it down just slightly, just so it's not full in your face. It's kind of smoky in the background. So satin, it basically adds kind of a dark detail in the characters. I don't use that. Color overlay is just an overlay. It gives another color to it. What's the next one? Gradient overlay, which is the one that you get these lines from. So what I do is you go on gradient overlay, and blend mode, don't need to worry about. Opacity, don't really need to worry about it, to be honest, unless you want to blend the back colour into it. The main one, or the one you want to focus on, is gradient. Now, if you click on this, it will come up with the two colours. You've got range selection, you've got that, but this is very old, like Microsoft Word, like terrible, old-fashioned stuff that's a bit garish and not that nice. Not that nice, no. So what I tend to do is I go for that. What's that like? Then if you go there, if you double click the bar there, it'll come up with this menu, which is gradient editor. Now, what I like to do is if I drag both of them into the middle, you get a very defined edge like this. But actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap them over. No, I don't like this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that black. If you just double click the little black square or whatever, and you can change it. Now, I like most of this to be white, to be honest, so I'm going to set that to actually a pink colour. And then if you click anywhere below or above the bar, preferably below the bar I think, you can create a new square or a new colour element to it. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to here, then I'm going to pick that colour, drag this colour out. I tend to have the lower or the two main colours, like in the blue and green, I tend to have them blend in each other, whereas the solid colour is more defined and very straight edged. Actually I'm going to make that a white, just because it better. Now that's kind of cool. Actually, just do that a bit. Now, I've made that in 10 minutes. It's not fully done. You can go into it more and pay more attention to it. But that is the main bulk of it. Now, if you want to make it more fancy, everything look better, everything is better with a drop of shadows. Just everything. So add a nice drop shadow to it. The spread would spread the size out. So if you spread it out, it's quite spread shape. And the size will bring it out but blur it at the same time. So you got that nice drop shadow there. So there we go. I've got my MoHD name. Very similar style to the one above. Minecraft Survival. Don't know, it's just random words. It's not a hint to a survival series or anything. But yes, if you enjoyed this, please hit that like button. I find it nice just to know that people like my videos. And comment anything you need help with, anything you didn't know, or whatever. So yes, hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, anyway, click that like button. Click that like button with your face. And also, leave a comment down below. And if I get enough likes, maybe, or comments down below, I will do a second video, which will do text in Cinema 4D, which kind of gives a 3D element to it. So, actually, if you look in my outro, there is the MoHD name is done in Cinema 4D style, I think. Yeah, I think it is. But yes, guys, hope you enjoyed.